Hey everyone, it's Jayjay here with
Ethan.
and we are getting ready for episode 2 of Red
And White review
Review.
of
Canada's Drag Race, season 1, episode duh.
that's for two.
2.
Two.
Duh. Do.
The
Duh. Buh. So we are on episode 2 of Canada's Drag Race, and the queens are getting ready because they are not nervous no more, as per Alona.
yeah, I guess they still seem a little nervous, trying to get their footing a little bit.
Yes. And so we see Brooklyn Heights walks through the door in a really cute outfit, I must add. So he walks in and he announces that there is a mini challenge and it is a ballet.
Quick drag.
So they all have to get in quick drag and do a little ballet number, but then it turns into, what was it called? Like a ballet crump or
Yeah,
something?
something like that.
Anyone stand out to you?
Oh, Boa nailed it. Boa, by far, if there could only be one winner, she would have taken the crown. The little dialogue she had about her parents
Hmm.
was so funny, and she had stupid little fairy wings on.
I think it reminded me too of Alaska Pound Cake, like kind of that vibe, but I thought she was hilarious. And I think like that's kind of what you have to do. You kind of just have to like make a character and be fun and silly, and that's exactly what she did. So then we find out that Boa, of course, did win,
Yep,
and
Anastasia.
so they're the team captains.
Yep.
So they get to pick their groups, and the new main challenge is
The recreation of some drag themed heritage moments. And if you're not from Canada and you don't know what a heritage moment is, you're missing out. It's just like a little quick thing on television that gives the viewers just a little bit of Canadian history.
acting challenges are not my favorite. I think, especially for drag queens, it's kind of like, unless you're an actor, you're not really going to have that much experience with it. I
Hmm.
think, again, keyword is overacting, like Brooklyn said at the beginning. How do you feel about the performances?
I mean, a lot of them were rather lackluster to me.
Hmm.
I think there were obviously a bunch of queens that struggled with their lines, which, I mean, I don't think I could do any better than that, in all fairness. So I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I mean, cameras on, that's a lot of pressure. And if
Hmm.
you're surrounded by other queens that are like really nailing their lines, then obviously
Did
you're,
any of them do that though?
I mean, Priyanka,
True.
I thought that Priyanka did a great job in the challenge. She really did. I think she played her character well, but also made it funny. Rita did really well.
I liked Rita a lot too.
Her makeup was amazing, and she embodied the character really, really well. And that was like kind of it for me of people that I was like, oh, they're like doing their shit.
Priyanka stood out as like the lead actress. She was funny and had a lot of characteristics, but was like still subtle in it as well. So if I could pick a winner from just the acting challenge,
Yeah.
it would definitely be Priyanka.
And who are some of your not so honorable mentions this challenge?
I mean, I need a whole list of them because, girl.
How many queens are on the season?
Yeah, exactly. Boa obviously struggled
With the
with the
lines.
lines. I think that, again, someone that has ADHD, trying to memorize line in a short amount of time, I think that that would definitely hurt you,
Yep.
and it definitely did for her.
I think there could have been some ad libbing too, though, because the comment that was made to her on the main stage was that she only knew her lines. So
Yeah.
she wasn't able to pick up after other people in a seamless way. But it was also obvious that Tainomi Banks really struggled this challenge.
So I was going to say she's an example of that going off script to me. Her thing was tongue pop-itis. And so she was supposed to be someone that couldn't stop tongue popping. She tongue popped like twice, maybe 3 times. And it was funny and it was good. Even if the script says tongue pop 1, 2, 3, like I wish throughout the rest of the scene, it was like constant, like tongue pop.
Yeah, get on the floor, like
Yeah,
act like you can't even talk, you know?
exactly.
Or if there's like an awkward silence in
Like,
the scene somewhere, that's a perfect opportunity to bring a little bit of focus back to you.
exactly.
Again, who's to say how I would do in that challenge? And
Hmm.
I didn't think the writing was that good.
Yeah.
And it's funny because Lemon actually won this week,
She won this week.
and
So
I don't remember what she did in that challenge.
yeah, she was with Tainomi, and I remember Tainomi more.
Now we move to the main stage, the fashions on the main stage, our favorite part.
Yes, before we get there, special guest judge this week is Jade Hasune.
Jade from Shadowhunters.
We love Jade. We talked about him in the last video, but he's here. I'm so happy. Shout out to Jade. Side note. Okay. The theme is glow up.
Glow up.
First time in drag. So the queens had to recreate their first time in drag photos. So who did you think stood out to you?
I thought that Lemon did a really great job, like on the runway for the actual like garment itself.
Yeah.
Priyanka's was really quite beautiful, even though she walked very slowly in it. Obviously, my standout though was Jimbo.
Oh, I love Jimbo.
Jimbo killed it.
Yeah.
The hair, pom-pom, scary clown.
Amazing.
That look by itself on the main stage, like, shit on everyone.
Not only was it unexpected, it was a great glow up. I think that like when you do like cheerleader costume, like zombie, like it can be a little Halloweeny. It didn't look like I went to Party City, I bought this outfit, I'm gonna put some holes in it. Like it looked really well done. So shout out to Jimbo for that. And the hair becoming the pom-poms, which they didn't even mention really on the show. They're like, oh, your hair came out, that's cool. But they didn't even like talk about it being the pom-poms.
I knew it instantly.
Yeah.
The second she pulled them both out, I said it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, the pom-poms, genius.
So I actually really did like Scarlett Bobo's outfit. I thought that was a really cool look for Scarlett because she never really does like that big drag queen hair brush back. It was almost like she was referencing what Trinity wore when she was lip syncing against Charlie Hides.
I mean, Trinity didn't eat fire.
True. And she ate fire.
And she ate fire, which, I mean, show your talents. That's
Yeah.
some of the only times the judges are going to know what you have to offer. And that's a hell of a thing to do in front of people.
Yeah, I would die. Okay, so let's talk about the worst.
I didn't like Kynes very much.
Mm-mm.
Her kind of like Ursula fantasy. It was very disconnected to me.
It was messy.
It was a little messy. And I think the makeup itself.
The makeup was great.
Yeah, but the tights didn't match the face. There was the skin showing in the back. And that jacket that she was wearing needed some sort of shoulder pad or something because it just.
I hated it. Her proportions were way off.
Yeah. I mean, they read her to filth. Brooklyn even said that they liked her first time in drag better, which, in my opinion, is the ultimate read for any drag queen ever.
I think for me, Jimbo and Bobo were my top two runway looks this week.
Jimbo took it for me.
Yeah.
Jimbo took it for me. But Lemon won, and I don't really understand why.
Let's just talk about the judges quickly because they were throwing a lot of shade tonight.
Ripped kind of new asshole.
Which kind of valid. She needed it.
And they shredded Tainomi.
I know. They were not feeling Tainomi today.
No, they
not tomorrow. And I feel bad because I felt like, for me, in my opinion, it wasn't necessarily valid. Like, I understand she didn't do well, but like a lot of them didn't do well. And I like Tainomi's runway look.
They read Tainomi's look harder than they read Juicebox's look.
Yeah.
I also think they're trying to get Kind the fuck out of this competition, so they drugged Tainomi down to make sure she was in the bottom because she was going to boot, shoot, and scoot her ass all over that dance floor and send Kind crying home. It was a no contest situation.
Yeah.
And I also think Tainomi was holding back.
100%. I was thinking about it after. I was like, she's wearing like really high stiletto heels, and normally, like, drag queens wear, like, the dancing boot heels, but she was wearing, like, some fuck me heels and still doing that. Like, I can't wait to see if she ever lip syncs again. Like, if she's wearing a different shoe, I want to see her flip. She did, like, the split at the right time. It was slow and sexy. She was whipping her ponytail. I love it. I'm, like, a huge fan of Tainomi, and I can't wait to see what's next.
My favorite part of that lip sync was her breaking down at the end and Kind being like, don't cry, this is my moment. And then Tainomi instantly starting to laugh in her face.
And it's also funny because if you roll the tape back, Kind comes over and starts doing that. And Tainomi like, bitch, no.
This is my crying moment.
She's like, I don't like you.
It's amazing.
Back up.
It was amazing.
Sorry, Kind.
You were great TV. So I guess that's it.
That's it.
That's episode 2. Nice and quick and to the point.
Quick and easy.
Really excited for next week's episode. It should be a whole lot of fun.
I'm excited because this is what drag queens do. Whether or not they sing, you can fake that. Like you can do a little rap, you can add some auto tune, but performing is what drag queens do. And although like I'm not a choreographer, dancer, or a singer, I would still be like, okay, at least I'm doing something that's like drag queen-esque, performance based, not acting, not sewing. So I'm excited to see everyone turn it out.
Me too. And it's not an acting challenge, so I like when there's a little bit of a break from that.
So thank you so much for watching episode 2, technically 3, of Red and White Review with Ethan,
and
Jayjay.
Jayjay. So we will see you guys next
Week.
week.
Bye.
Bye.